Good morning, everyone. Sorry, I'm just fiddling with my camera a bit. Good morning. It is 11 o'clock on the East Coast, Wednesday, May 3rd, I think is the date today. I am super excited to be here with you today, sharing not one, but two projects. I'm using a product that it was in the mini catalog, which retired, but luckily the stamp set and dies carried over, and it was a favorite of mine. I am just a sucker for bubble words, bubble letters, all things bubble, apparently. So I'm not gonna take too long in giving announcements. Hold on. I normally do that at the beginning. I actually have to do this like lickety split. I have to go pick up my daughter from school. She's taking an AP exam today, which I don't know if they have those like worldwide. I was talking to a friend and she's like, I don't know what those are. AP exams are like college level courses that high schoolers can take, and then there's an exam. So she's doing that today. She's going to do awesome. I know she is. But anyways, I have to go pick her up. So we're going to dive right in. My only announcement is the annual catalog is now live, available. I can show you the inside. I couldn't for the longest time. So that's super exciting. Oh, yours is taking one. Is it the what is she doing today? I think English is today. Is she taking the English AP? That's what my daughter is taking. She could do amazing. I just positive thoughts. So this is live. It is 176 pages of gloriousness and new color refresh, all the things. You can find, if you don't have a physical catalog, you can find the online version on my blog. If you, on the right hand side, there's a tab that says catalogs. Flip through it. It's so fun just to look and dream and plan. So that's live now. It'll be around for a year. So that's super exciting. Oh, she's doing a math? Okay. My daughter didn't do AP math. So she has English today and history on Friday. Oh, did she, Judy? Yeah. It's super exciting. I think it's awesome that they're able to do that. So good morning, Mary's here. Martha, this is the first time seeing you. My son took AP physics and calculus. Whoa, those are intense. Those are the two that my daughter didn't do. She's in AP English and AP history. Next year, she'll be AP everything. She's a junior this year. Okie dokie. So let me do a little swatcheroo. Oh, I meant to unplug this. Well, I'm going to keep it going. My phone was a little low on juice, aka battery. Don't want it dying midway. So, these are the cards I'm going to make. It's going to be a twofer. There's nothing super outrageous, like clever or like, wow, how did she do that about these cards? They're very much Jamie cards. Straightforward, a little something in there, but nothing like out of the ordinary. What started sort of the design, I'm trying to look, the foundation of the design is every week in the month of May, I'm giving my Art and Soul team members a sketch challenge. Of course, there's prizes on the line, and they get one sketch a week for the month of May. I'm going to share with you the graphic. I printed it, but I'm out of color ink. And so I had to hand draw part of it. No judging, please. My drawing skills leave a lot to be desired. I can make a card, but I cannot draw for the life of me. So I apologize. But this is our first week sketch. You are welcome to play along with us. No prizes, but if you're looking for sort of a jumping off point, I'm a huge fan of sketches. I love them. It just gives you like a place to start. Sometimes you sit and you have your product and you have your color and you're like, I don't know where to begin. Like, I don't know how to get going. Look for a sketch. They're just a great, like I said, kind of foundation, gives you a place to start. And you can interpret them as literally or as loosely as you'd like. If you'd like to see, now I'm running this for the month of May, so my team members have all month to play with these sketches. But those that have already participated, some of them got right on it. I've shared on my blog. So go to my blog and you'll see, I don't know how many, seven or eight people, ladies on my team that I have, that have already participated with the sketch challenge. You can get to see how some of them really went super literal and others a little more loosely. I went a little literal, except for this band I took a little loosely. So this was my jumping off point. And I first started making this card. I don't know if it's considered a fun fold, but an interesting fold, an interesting open. I think we need to start a new line of cards. They're not fun folds, they're interesting opens. No, just me. Okay. But anyway, so I started with this one and I cut out this circle and I had a perfectly good designer series paper circle. And this is my favorite pattern, by the way, from this bit. And I thought, well, I'm not throwing it away. I might as well make another card. And so that's how this one came along. So we're going to dive right in. Like I said, I'm a little, I forgot to, no, I'm good. A little short of time. So I'm going to move a little on the faster side than maybe I normally do. But certainly by all means, if you have questions, if you have a comment, certainly chime in. Oh, I forgot to show you. I started and then whoop, squirrel. So me. The product that I'm using is the Love for You stamp set, and it has coordinating dies that cut out. Well, let me show you what they cut out. It's like kind of hard to explain. I was trying to explain on Instagram, and it just, you gotta have to see it. So the So Much Love and For You have 3 sets of dies. So you have, hold on, let me show you what you have. Let me show you what you have. This is the only one I didn't use all this week to kind of show you. Much love. Okay, well, you get the point. The other words are there. Okay, so you have a big bubble. I can't get it. There we go. Good morning, Patricia and Brenda. Hello. So you have a big bubble, which in essence this could be matte on that. That's the one I didn't use at all this week. So you're not seeing that sample, the big bubbles here. But they could be like, cut this out. Struggling. Cut this out, and then you could adhere that over like a bigger sort of matte bubble behind it. And then you have this guy, which cuts out the words. And that's the one that you see here. So I stamp the words, and then this cuts it out. This cuts it out, right? And then they have little detailed words that I used for this card. So if I didn't want to stamp, you can die cut words. That's these little guys, which can be matte on this, which then could be matte on this. So you actually can do like 3 sort of layers of sentiment. You can intermix them. You can use them individually. You could have a lot of fun, quite honestly. I love this. I'm such a sucker for bubble words. I think they should all be bubble words. But so let me show you my other cards before we start making. I know I'm a little all over the place today. So yesterday, I love this card so much. It's going to be for my mom. I don't think she's watching. It's going to be her Mother's Day card. She loves these colors like greens and blues, teals. Those are like her jam. Believe it or not, this cane weave is actually just straight cut, but I had enough flowers. I cut enough flowers that I was able to kind of give the illusion of a curve, which I really like. And you'll see I've mixed the sentiments, right? So I've taken the So Much Love and the For You, and I've made Love You So Much. You could also do Much Love For You, or So Love You, or you can Love You. You can do so many just kind of intermixing of the sentiments, which is really, really fun because you can do what they say or really kind of get super creative. So, Pretty Peacock, I had to think, Lost Lagoon, Pool Party. The leaves are soft seafoam. This is going to be her Mother's Day card. So that's that. This was today's card, plural, going with the blues. Tomorrow is not this card. It's a version of this card, but I switched out the colors. This one I made, it'll be on Instagram today in a reel. But This ribbon, I didn't really want to tie a bow. And so I just did 2 loops behind it to add a little bit of interest. And then I thought, okay, these are kind of like muted, not muted, but they're just kind of like, I love these colors. Moody Mauve, Misty Moonlight, Lost Lagoon, love them so much. But then I'm like, let's just go fun, okay? And I went like super bright with a just black and white background. So this uses Berry Burst with Bubble Bath and Lemon Lime Twist. So it's a returning stamp set and dies that we've had around for a little bit, but I'm using it with brand new colors this week. I love, 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 love all these cards. I love the bundle. It's fairly straightforward. Like there's not a whole heck of like bells and whistles. You have 2 flowers, 2 leaves, 2 hearts, and then big chunky sentiments and coordinating smaller sentiments. So honestly, like if you're a beginner stamper, if you're looking for quick and easy, if you just want simple, stylish, creative, I love this so much. If you have a stamp that doesn't have a ton of images, just stamp a lot of them. And you could do like a cascading line, or you can do just kind of clusters of them, sort of frame in a frame. So anyways, let's dive in. But those are my cards this week. I'm a huge fan of this bundle. I think everyone should have it. Quite honestly. I love it that much. Okay, we're gonna do 2 at once. So I'm starting off with 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. I forgot to. Okay, I'm like, I can't find my adhesive. It's literally right next to me. And then I have a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 panel pattern from the Countryside Inn Designer Series paper. I love this paper so much, but this and this are my favorite patterns. Don't you hate it when your favorite patterns are on the same sheet? Like, no. Can't they just be on other ones that I don't love as much? Okay, so that's on the front. We're going to take the largest circle in the Stylish Shapes dies. Someone asked me the other day, she said, what is your favorite dies to cut out sentiments? I didn't even have to think twice. I didn't have to look at the catalog. I'm like, the Stylish Shapes dies. I use them all the time. They're my absolute favorite, and I think everyone should have them. I feel like I could do an infomercial on them. I love them that much. So this is the largest circle, and I'm going to put it over my cardstock, which is adhered to over my DSP, which is adhered to my cardstock. And I'm going to run it through my machine a couple of times. It's got to go through 2 layers of paper. So I really need to just give it as much help as I can. Who's here? I just saw a new, Yolanda's here. Good morning, Yolanda. Oh, thanks, Judy. Good morning from Central Florida. That's exciting. Okay, so this is at this point is where I was like, well, this is a perfectly good piece of designer paper. Don't throw that away. This, I was going to like do a little offset or something and then decided, nah, I'll figure out something else to do with that one. Okay. Then we need the inside. Is this the right size? I cut 2. I just need them. Where's my other one? Hold on, guys. I literally, oh, my dice just fell. Oh, goodness. It's here. One is slightly bigger, smaller. Okay. So this is 4 by 5 1/4. It's going to go on the inside. Oops. Okay. Seriously. There we go. So we have a little peekaboo going on here. Now, if you didn't want to, I don't know why you wouldn't, but if you didn't want to actually cut out the sentiment, you could stamp it right in your center and have it just, maybe you don't have the dies, maybe you don't have a machine and just have the sentiment. I mean, the stamps. You could stamp, where is it? I think it'll fit. Yes, it'll fit right there. So if you don't want to stamp and die cut, you just want to stamp, that So Much Love will fit perfectly in the middle. But of course we want to stamp. We're stampers. So I'm grabbing my Misty Moonlight. Nope, that's not the sheet I want. I want the slightly smaller. Oh my goodness, I'm getting confused. Yeah, this is the one I want. Okay. I have one scrap piece of basic white, and it's basically the same size as my inserts. So I'm getting confused. Give it a big push. Push. Okay. Misty Moonlight. It didn't stamp like perfect, but it's good enough. While we're at it, let's do our flowers. So our flowers are Boho Blue and Misty Moonlight. Two-step stamping. Two-step stamping is amazing because it just gives it a little extra detail. So in essence, you stamp, well, I'm going to walk you through. So I like to stamp the more detailed one first. So basically whatever of the images is going to be the darker image, I like to stamp first. So it's going to be in Misty Moonlight. So I'm going to stamp. I find it easier to do the dark one first because I see it better when I'm doing the two-step. Okay. There's two different flowers and I need one of each on both of my cards. So I'm just going to do both now. So that's Misty Moonlight. Close it up before you put your finger in it. Then Boho Blue. So these line up, and my suggestion is to look at the centers. So this right here, this little bit on the center, you can't see that. You can see that. The center of your flower, line that up. Don't try and line up the whole flower. It's way too overwhelming, quite honestly. So Boho Blue, I'm going to line up the centers. Give it a good push. Oh, it's a little splotchy. It's all good. Remember when you first stamp, you're going to get a really dark image that will lighten as it dries. You can see that compared to that. Those are the same exact colors. This is dry, that's wet. So you just got to give it a little bit of time. Again, line up your centers. Beautiful. Beautiful. And then we have a little itty bitty tiny little center. It's so itty bitty. It is so small. And I'm going to stamp that in Night of Navy. I'm really just sticking to the blues. I love, you know me. I love monochromatic. I love less is more when it comes to color. I am not stamping these very centered. That's all I have. Okay, that was the best out of all of them so far. Okay, that tiny stamp proved to be the most challenging. Okay, let's start cutting out. That was funny. Where are my dies? Everything is buried. Okay, so I need sentiment. I need small flower, big flower. Okay, and I'm just going to cut them off screen here. They do line up. You just have to fiddle with them a little bit. Sorry, I'm trying to take my time because I don't want them to mess up and then have to redo them. Thanks, Judy. Okay, so 1, 2. One more to get the other flowers. You know what? I stamped them so close, I'm going to have to do it twice. One. Ooh, I thought that one was off, but I think I'm good. 2. Okay. Come on. There we go. Just get that little bit out of the H. Go away. Okie dokie. So my card is somewhere. There it is. Oh my goodness. So what I like to do is get placement of my words before I adhere anything down. I want to make sure I kind of get them to fit the way they need to fit. If I just start adhering, then maybe I didn't leave enough room for the L. The L kind of shoots up, so you have to make room. That's pretty good. And then we're going to use whatever these things are called, dimensionals. Oh, I just moved my computer. And I need tweezers. So let's start with this one. It's like doing surgery. You're going to need a mix of regular dimensionals and mini dimensionals. And I find you can put 2 on the M if you just put them in sort of a strategic, the thickest part of the letters. Okay, and then I'm going to use tweezers because I have a little tremor in my hands, believe it or not. Believe it or not. It's all those years of typing, unfortunately. Okay. Love. Oh, no. And then last but not least, the so. So needs 2 mini dimensionals. Okey-dokey. Like that. And then I'm going to put down these guys, but I'm going to put dimensionals first and then the flower over the dimensionals because I don't want to accidentally have it go in the center of my circle. That would be really bad. That would be terrible. Come on, you silly thing. This guy, I'm going to use liquid glue, but I'm going to just put a dot on my, again, because I don't want it to accidentally go in the circle. I'm going to just slip them under like so. Okie dokie. I'm going to set that aside. Let's get going on our other one. So this is the C measurement 4 1/4 by 11 scored at 5 1/2 of thick basic white. So when I'm using white as a base, I like to use the thick basic white on the bottom because it doesn't implode. It can stand and hold up. So I'm going to emboss a panel of basic white, which is 4 by 5 1/4. I'm using it again. I'm sorry. I love it. It's my favorite embossing folder. I will use it until they discontinue it and it sells out. It is my favorite. It's this one from the, can you see it? Well, you'll see it when it's done. From the Basics 3D embossing folder. It's a trio of embossing folders. And it's literally the embossing folders I've been waiting for. It's just a nice, simple background. It literally goes with everything. It's just one of those must-haves. I think it's out of stock right now. And sorry, not sorry, I still had to use it. Normally, I like to use only what's available, but I can't help myself. It's just like literally the perfect embossing folder. So eventually it'll be back in stock and you can get it if you don't have it, and you should because it's that good. So I did just like, it's a little shy, not quite the same size. There's a little lip around the edge. Then we're going to adhere my circle. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Again, I'm kind of keeping with my sketch. You can see my inspiration. Don't mind the drawing. And then because my sketch has this little strip going across the belly of it, I thought, well, let's just do some adhesive. Keep it simple. Not adhesive. Why did I say adhesive? Ribbon. This is ribbon. This is not adhesive. Like that. And then all I did was take a little bit. Good morning from California. To California, I should say. From New York to California is what I should say. So this is just tear and tape. You could also use glue dots. But okay. Okay. Now I have to do one more die cut. I literally have stuff everywhere. So I have a piece of Misty Moonlight, and I'm going to use the detailed For You, I think. There it is. Woo! I couldn't find it for a second. Actually, you know what? I'm going to use the circle. I'm not going to cut into that. Why am I going to cut into that? I'm going to cut into the circle. And then I need Bubble, the medium For You. Okay, so I'm just going to cut those out off camera. Good morning, Julie. How's everyone today on this Wednesday morning? So For You, and then, oh, I lost the 4. No fear, it just stuck. There we go. Come on. And then we got to poke out the little doodads. You could also use your take your pick tool, but I just happen to have my tweezers right next to me, so that's what I'm going to use. And then I'm going to use a little, and I mean as little as I can possibly squeeze out. I don't need a lot. Liquid glue is super strong. Okay, but some needs to come out. There we go. Liquid glue, and adhere it over the 4. I like to adhere kind of like from the left and then make my way over to the right, making sure that it lines up well. Because sometimes they can kind of stretch out a little bit and not lay necessarily how they're supposed to. Oh, I love these letters so much. I'm so happy they stuck around. Because For You, you literally can do anything. For You, happy birthday in the inside. For You, congratulations on the inside. For You, I mean, you can just do whatever. The only thing you probably can't do with For You is like a sympathy card. But pretty much everything else is kind of, maybe not a wedding card, because it would have to be like for both of you, maybe. I don't know. Get creative. Figure it out. I'm just saying that these sentiments you can do so much with. Okay. Why do I have that one? This is the one I need. So I'm going to kind of stagger them a little. Good morning, Lori. You are perfectly on time. Don't worry. I had someone say that to me once, and I really took it to heart because I was like, I'm late. I'm running behind. Not like literally, not like I'm late for an appointment, but just late in life, I guess. I don't know. And she said, Jamie, you are perfectly on time. And I really took that to heart. It's like, this is the time that it's supposed to be. This is the time that I'm supposed to be in this moment. So it's perfectly on time. Okay. You can do them straight. I know some people really like straight, but I like kind of off centered, a little here, a little there. Why am I squeezing my fingers? I'm going to use that. And then we'll do a little dimensional. Let's see here. We'll go full size with that one. Mini with this one. Whoops. Come on. Get over here. Oh, I didn't want it layering that sentiment. Oh, I can turn it. And this one I'm going to kind of tuck underneath a little bit. Perfect. Okay, that card is done. The only thing I have left to do for this one is stamp the word friend. Do I have a scrap white? Where's all my scrap white? That's not scrap white. Oh, forget it. I'm just going to get another one. Okay. So the teeny tiny word friend. So much love, friend. You can do any of the blues. I went with Night of Navy, although you can barely tell it's Night of Navy, quite honestly. And this is way bigger a piece of cardstock than I actually need, so I'm going to trim it down. I like to stamp. If it's on like a really, really thin strip like that, I find it easier to stamp and then trim. Oh, it's so pretty. So pretty. And then I just eyeball it. Like, I don't know. I think it's going to end up being about 5/8, whatever that one is. Whatever is slightly smaller than 5/8. That does not look straight. Hold on. I'm going to do it again. Is my cardstock not right? Something's not straight. It might be my cardstock. I'm going to try one more, and then we're going to take the better of the two, no matter however it comes out. Try it again. Oh, thank you, Londa. That's so kind of you to say. Excuse me. Okay, a little bigger than I'd like, but we're going to have to go with it. Oh, I should have trimmed it down. I'm going to trim. I think I did. Oh, I guess I didn't do it on an angle. I'm going to do it on an angle. I can't talk. So when I do an angle, I like to cut one side, flip it over, and then line up the edge with the lines on my trimmer here so that I can kind of get them parallel. I don't know. I'm crazy. I don't like my lines to be one like wait and one wait. We're going to go with it. And then this for the sentiment, I just adhered a couple of mini dimensionals on the right hand side. Again, you got to be careful not to go too far over or else you're going to go you're going to go in the center and you're going to adhere the sentiment to the center instead of the outside, and no one's going to be able to open it. And then you have a problem. Oh, the mini. Okay. The regular dimensional backings are bad. They're everywhere, but the minis are bajillion times worse. They just stick to everything. Okay, there we go. Okay. So card number 1. You open it up and you still see this so much love. You have about an inch or so, maybe a bit more on the bottom space for you to write inside sentiment. And then don't throw that circle away. We're going to show that one because my ink is dry. Don't throw that sentiment away because then circle away because then you can reuse it and make this card. I'm going to do one thing while we're live because that's really bothering me. I don't know if you can tell, but this flower is kind of flapping in the wind. So I'm just going to sneak a dimensional under the other side of it to hold it in place. Right there. There we go. Okay, much better. It was really bothering me. Okay, so twofer. Make this card, then make this card. And when in doubt, if you don't want to make either of them, feel free to use my sketch this week. I think did I share it on? I don't think I shared it on Facebook, but you can see it here. It's just a regular portrait card, circle, or any shape in the middle, something going along the belly of it, a little detail to the left, and just have fun with it, okay? So that's this week's cards. If you have any questions, you can feel free to reach out. If you want to shop, if you want to get my weekly email, if you have questions, if you want to follow me on other social media platforms, jamieb.com is my catch-all link. On there, you'll see all the different avenues and links and places you can go. And of course, you have questions. There's an email spot there as well. So that is it for today, everyone. I have to go run and grab my daughter from school, but have a wonderful rest of your week. Happy stamping, everyone. Bye-bye.